Hi guys, welcome back to another episode with Lucy Baby. I know I've not been able to keep up with making videos because a lot has been going on in my life health wise. I've been, battling with sickness. I've been really sick for a while. Even the last video I made, I don't know if it was so obvious, but I just managed to make that video because I really needed to. But I thank God for life. I thank God that I'm fine now. Uh, Better. I'm very much better now. Feel better and I look better. So I really thank God for that. So anyway, how are you guys all doing? Hope you guys are fine, doing so well. To all those that have been anticipating for my videos, don't worry, I'm back. So yeah, I'm going to be making more videos available. So let's quickly dive into what we have for today's episode. Very important. See, let me tell you guys something. There are perfect relationships. Seriously, there are people that their relationship is perfect. I'm telling you. There are people that are enjoying their relationship. There are so many people in good and healthy and perfect relationships. But there is a fraction of people in a perfect relationship that I want to talk about. People that their relationship are too perfect. Yes, I want to talk about them a little in today's episode. I know of a lady. She was in a relationship with this guy. They were dating, never argued, never fought, no misunderstanding, never had any issue. Everything was going very well. If you see their Instagram page, filled with couple goals. If you see their status, always posting each other. Anytime they go out together. They are always, all those love things. They go out together, buy things for each other, exchange gifts, post them. All those things people do for love. Their relationship was really amazing. It was worthy to be envied. Though I'm telling you seriously, this lady's relationship was perfect. I'm telling you. If you see the guy, very nice. The lady self is also very nice. Both of them were really perfect for each other. After some years, they got married. So a year into their marriage, the lady called one of her friends and was crying. She was really, really crying. She was weeping. So what's the problem? She opened up to her friend about what was going on in her marriage. Apparently, the guy has changed. She said she started noticing the changes immediately they got married, but because nobody is perfect, it's just little change in character, and she just overlooked it. Yes, which she's supposed to do, because nobody is perfect indeed. But she said as time went on that the guy was changing the more. She was noticing some funny characters that she did not see before. They were not there before. Yes, she said, first of all, the guy asked her to quit her job. Now, the guy said she has to stay at home all the time. They've not even had any child, though. They've not had any child. The guy asked her to be staying at home. The guy seized her phone, deleted all her contacts. Before she makes any call, she has to go through him. She cannot leave the house without his permission. Anybody she wants to talk to, she has to ask him first. Anything she wants to do, she has to ask him first. She's not allowed to go out. She's not allowed to do anything with her life anymore. That was the instruction given to her. The guy has changed so much just in less than a year. Her marriage was already going down the drain. She was weeping. She couldn't understand what was going on anymore. Because things were really, really bad in her home. Just in less than a year. What I'm trying to what I learned from her story is that sometimes when a relationship is too perfect, it can be unsafe. I'm not saying all perfect relationships are not safe. No, I'm saying sometimes in some relationships, when it is too perfect, it can be unsafe because some perfect relationships are just well polished prisons. You understand? Not all that glitters is gold. To be very careful. So, yes, not all perfect relationships are healthy. Some of these over perfect relationships are built on fear, silence, performance, show off. Yes. So, it is very important that you look very well to be sure and to know when a perfect relationship is more like a red flag in disguise. So that is what I'm going to be talking about in today's episode. Signs that show that that a relationship could be dangerous, could be a red flag in disguise. So let's quickly dive in what we have for today's episode. What are those signs? But of course, before I begin the signs, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you've not subscribed. Also like and comment. Don't forget to share my videos as well. Thank you so much for that. So what are the signs that a relationship could be dangerous? When the both of you never argue because one person is too afraid to speak up, that is a sign. You know, sometimes people think peace means peace in a relationship equals zero fights. But that is not peace. You know, for example, as a lady, you're in a relationship with a guy. You guys don't argue. Never argued, never had a misunderstanding in your relationship. Perfect relationship in your eyes. Your relationship is perfect. Anything the guy says, you know, yes sir, it's always a yes. Even if you're not okay with it, it's always a yes. You cannot even say your mind. At least I'm not against you obeying your man. No. I'm not against you obeying your man. I'm just trying to point out something that you don't even have a situation where you don't even have a say in your relationship. Every decision that needs to be made in your relationship, whether you like it or not, it has to be his way. Whether you're okay with it, it doesn't matter. So for that reason, there is no fight in that relationship because you cannot even argue over anything. Even when you're not okay with it, even that when that decision is not okay with you, that is not peace. Yes, you guys don't argue, you guys don't fight. That is not peace. So okay, maybe so the one time you decided to say your mind, you just decided to speak up and just say your mind about something, he got angry and didn't talk to you for like 3 days. What does that tell you? Zero fights does not equal peace. Peace is when the both of you have mutual understanding. You don't fight because you understand each other and you respect each other's decisions. Not when one person cannot even say their mind. They cannot even speak up. And because of that, there is no fight. There is no need for one person to now say no and the other person say, why are you saying no? So because there is absence of arguments, it now means that is not peace. That is not true peace. So yes, when there is no argument because one person is afraid of speaking up in a relationship, such a perfect relationship could be dangerous. When everyone thinks you're in a perfect relationship except you, it is a sign that you're in a dangerous relationship. Because when the whole world is in love with your love, it is even hard for you to admit that you're not happy. Like everybody's like, oh my God, you're such in a perfect relationship. Oh my God, your marriage is perfect, your relationship is perfect. But you're not happy. You're the only person that knows, you're not in a good relationship. But people around, your family and friends, they envy you. They're always telling you they're always telling you how lucky you are to have your partner, how lucky you are to be in that relationship. But you're suffering in that relationship. You post cute pictures of yourself and your partner every day, but you cry yourself to sleep every night. You're the one that knows that you're in a dangerous relationship. So it's either you find a solution to that problem you're facing in that relationship, or you come out of such toxic relationship. Because as you are now, you have made the world see your relationship as the perfect one. So you find it hard to even express your sadness. It is dangerous. When you don't have any close friend anymore, all because you now have a partner, my dear, that is a major red flag in disguise. Isolation can be a major red flag. Yes. So all because you now have a fiancé. You drove all your friends away because your fiancé said your friends are now bad influence. You don't even have any friend close to you anymore. All your friends, you've gotten rid of them. You don't even have anyone to talk to. You don't have anyone to confide in, just your partner. Even the members of your family that were close to you, you push them away. All in the name of love. And then sometimes there are some things that when it's happening in your relationship, you have to calm down. Do not allow love to blind you, like even your brain. I get it that, okay, when your friends are becoming bad influence to you, your partner can advise you to get rid of them, to stay away from them and all of that. Of course. But I'm talking about when you lose all your friends, both the good ones, the close ones, all because of your partner. Isolation can be a red flag in disguise. Be very careful. When you're in a relationship and you see yourself always trying to avoid vital topics that you guys are supposed to talk about before saying I do, all in the name of trying to maintain peace, trying to keep the mood perfect, my dear, it's a sign that there is danger. Because peace at all costs, when you're trying to keep peace at all costs, it usually comes with emotional suppression. Don't forget that there are vital things you guys need to talk about before getting married. Maybe, for example, you've been trying to talk to your partner about how your family is going to be when you guys finally get married. But anytime you bring up the talk about having kids, it becomes a problem. The conversation now turns into an argument, and before you know it, you guys are arguing and fighting anytime you want to talk about kids. So you now see yourself avoiding such a vital conversation that you guys are supposed to talk about and agree on, all because you want to maintain peace. That is a sign of danger. When you're always apologizing even when you're not wrong, that is a major red flag. Yes. I always admonish you guys to apologize. You're in a relationship with your partner, you have to learn to apologize. When you hurt your partner, you apologize. Sometimes even when you're not at fault, you apologize for peace to reign. Yes. But what I'm talking about now is when you're always apologizing even when it's not your fault. Like, it's you always see yourself apologizing to your partner even when they hurt you. A toxic perfect relationship will always make you feel like you're the problem, so it will end up always making you apologize even when it's not your fault. Like, obviously, your partner knows that, but both of you know that this issue now is not your fault, but you see yourself apologizing so that you can feel loved again. That is a sign of danger. When you're not allowed to have your own privacy in that relationship, that is a bad sign. Being in a relationship, being in love should not make you feel like you're under surveillance. Yes. So if you feel like you're always being controlled, your privacy is not even respected, you don't have any privacy in that relationship, then that relationship is getting toxic. Anytime you just miss your partner's call, it's a big problem in your relationship. Anytime you're talking with any friend of the opposite sex, it's a problem. Even when, like, you guys are not talking about anything bad, or maybe you're just talking with a friend, maybe you're chatting with a friend, or you met your friend on the way and you're talking with the person, just exchanging pleasantries, and before you know it, your partner gets angry. Those kind of funny characters that you think they are small, but it's when you guys now get married that you understand what is going on. Every little thing is always a problem. Like, you're chatting with someone now, they don't even know who you're talking with, but just because you smiled, it becomes a problem. Your privacy is not respected in that relationship. That is a red flag. They love bomb you in order to silence your doubts. That is a major red flag. That is a bad sign that you're in a bad relationship. Yes. Because buying big gifts after displaying bad character, it equals manipulation, not love. You're in a relationship with a person. This person is in the habit of insulting you, embarrassing you, treating you bad, and after that they buy you gifts. You call that person a partner, someone that you love, and the person loves you too, but they treat you very bad. Maybe in the midst of a misunderstanding, they insult you, call you names, say all manner of bad things to you, and when they step out, they buy you gifts and come, not even to apologize, they just buy you the gift and everything is okay. And you're still in such a relationship because everybody tells you, oh my God, my dear, hey, you're enjoying, see the kind of gifts your partner bought for you. Hey, my dear, you're enjoying, I envy you. I'm not against the gifts, but I am against the manipulation. If they are really sorry, why can't they apologize and adjust their character? Why must it be being in the habit of treating you bad, then buying you gifts in order to clear the doubts? Because when they treat you bad, you begin to have doubts about yourself, your relationship, and everything. And when you feel like leaving, you remember the gifts that will come. And that is how people have remained in bad and toxic relationships. When they turn your insecurity into control tools, that is a very bad sign. Because, okay, you're meant to be vulnerable to your partner, you're meant to open up to the person, but the vulnerability should be safe and not weaponized. So when it is weaponized, it is a danger sign. You're in a relationship with a person, but because you opened up to your partner about maybe your past relationship, something about your past, anytime you guys have a little misunderstanding, they use it against you. They use it to insult you. They remind you of those bad things that you told them about your past. That is weaponizing your vulnerability, and that is really bad. They use it to hurt your emotions, to belittle you. You use it to insult you. No, that is not how it's supposed to be. They're meant to protect your secret, not use it against you. So if that person is doing such, that is a red flag. When you're being convinced that you can't do better. That is a lie that keeps people trapped in perfect cages for years. You're in a relationship with a person and you guys keep having issues. You're no longer comfortable in that relationship. You want to leave the relationship. Maybe your partner found out in one way or another that you want to leave the relationship. And what they open their mouth to tell you is that no one else can ever love you and manage you the way they do. And that lie has made you, because I don't know, the lie, that such a lie has made you remain in a toxic relationship because you feel you can't do better, because you feel that maybe if you leave that relationship, the person you will get, the next relationship might be worse. You might get another terrible partner, and for that reason you remain in a toxic relationship. When you begin to experience such, my dear, you're in a toxic relationship. That is the more reason why you need to come out of that toxic relationship, to save yourself first. Your emotional health is very important. You shouldn't be in a relationship where you will be made to feel like you cannot do better. That is really toxic. If you're in a relationship and your identity is shrinking, all in the name of love, all in the name of relationship, that is a red flag. Because real love helps you grow, yes, but toxic love will dim your light. Maybe you're in a relationship as a career lady, but it's not like your partner is against your ambition. They cheer you on and everything, but it got to a time in your relationship where they were now against your career. That is more like a bad sign. So it's either you find a way around it, find a solution to that misunderstanding, so that it doesn't get toxic. But if it gets really, really toxic, if it causes so much problem in your relationship, that is a red flag. Finally, if you feel crazy because you're just unhappy in that relationship, that is another very dangerous sign. Yes, you have a lot, you have it all, but you're not happy. You have everything that it takes to make envious of you. In fact, your friends are envious of, people around you are envious of you because of what you have, what you enjoy in that relationship. But deep down, you're not happy. You have all the gifts, you go on vacation, you even have a ring on your finger. You're enjoying your relationship, but deep down, you're not happy. And anytime you try to talk to your partner about it, they call you ungrateful after everything they have done for you, not even wanting to understand how you feel. That is a very dangerous sign. It is enough for you to reconsider, but everything still lies in your hands. The decision to move on in that relationship, the decision to come out of that relationship is in your hands. So take your time, think very well, and make your decision. Because whatever decision you make about that relationship, about your love life, will affect a lot of things. It will make or mar your life. Remember that whoever you spend the rest of your life with affects every single area of your life in one way or another. So yes, marriage, relationship is a big deal. In summary, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes the most dangerous relationship is that relationship that nobody suspects. I'm telling you. Beautiful from the outside, but dangerous inside. Like that relationship that everybody envies, but from the inside, your freedom is gone, your peace is gone, you don't even feel safe. My dear, love doesn't require fear. It doesn't require silence. It doesn't require performance. Love requires the real you. Love requires mutual understanding, mutual respect, intentionality, and so many other things. So, quick question. Have you ever been in a relationship that seemed too perfect? Kindly share your experience with us in the comment section. I'll be waiting. Also tell us what you think about today's video. I'd really appreciate your opinions. So that is all for today's episode. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Thanks so much for listening. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you've not subscribed. Also like and comment. Share my videos to people that need to hear about it. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for watching. See you in my next episode.